absorb charge. Battery's 14.4 and the panel's 18.3. And we're taking in 0.7 amp. I think it's starting to, starting to get to that higher point. I had a few issues, but it was really based with not having enough panel in the sun, because I only had the original short cables on the panel, the little black ones that you can probably see hanging down on the dash there, and she... Well, I'm going to have to make a longer video explaining your maximum power point. And this is what maximum power point tracker charge controllers can handle, but I'm not so sure that this is a maximum power point. I think it's just a pulse width modulation charge, and yeah, I don't think I paid enough money for an MPPT. In fact, they were available, but they were bloody expensive, and now they're standard. But when I got this, well, this is out of the cardboard house actually. So it's old enough, and we can see now the charge is dropping. But yeah, when I got this, yeah, they weren't as common for MPPTs, although the house one is one. But the price of them has dropped to about the same price as your old pulse width modulation, which is what this is. So there we go. It's yeah, long story short, it was basically like trying to pull a semi with a lawnmower by only having about a half of one of these panels in, and then not angled to the sun correctly and not under full sunlight either. And then when you get everything lined up correctly, as I have now, with her rolls of duct tape and my pillow and a few other bits and pieces, you suddenly get more amps and more volts, and dramatically more amps when you line it up to the sun by turning the vehicle around the right way and getting the angle on the panels right, and having two panels that you know, have a decent length of lead, not a short length, and all of a sudden that lawnmower turns into well, at least a 6-cylinder engine, if not a V8, and then you can pull that damn semi, can't you? Interesting to note, I come around here and like it went to absorb charge within the 20 seconds it took me to turn the vehicle around, but I'm so damn glad that this is actually getting topped up. But it seems as though what I'm seeing from this, the fact that it's gone straight to absorb charge, means that the dual battery system did actually charge it up the other day when I went to go and buy a bit of fuel for the vehicle, and I had it turned on for basically half an hour or so, maybe a little bit more, and yeah, it did, for the most part, charge it up to full, which is why she switched straight to absorb charge. And anyway, I'll go and show you. I've actually got it all set up on an Anderson plug, so it's sort of worked out all right here. So I can actually unplug these. Carefully open the door because I don't want to knock everything over. There we go there. Oh, that's in the sun, as you can tell. So basically she's come down, I've soldered those onto one here to give myself enough length, and I have slammed it into a 50-watt Anderson plug, and yeah, this gives me a bit of room to move things around, but I also realise it might be an idea to put a little carabiner on there, and that'll stop that from pinching on any of the cables here on a bad angle if I keep that upright like that the whole time with a little carabiner. Of course it's going to have the plug pulled when I put the fake wall in, but that won't be a problem in the summer when I'll get rid of the fake wall and I'll start using a curtain, and that's probably what's going to happen. I've realised with the curtain, the way to get it not to sag is I'm going to have like a bit of timber, like a bit of dowel or whatever, just sitting up here, and it helps hold the middle, and it actually holds the thing up fairly close, within like 2 inches of the roof of the vehicle. It'll hold the curtain up just so long as I have that metal prop. And I reckon I can actually screw on like a bit of pipe onto the edge of the plywood here, and then drop in like a piece of dowel or whatever. It'll probably just be a bit of aluminium or a bit of wooden trim that I've got sitting around, and yeah, I've got the bin taken out at the moment because in all this electrical work I really didn't need to short anything out on the top of a chrome plated bin. So now that it's sort of getting a bit cleaned up, the bin's probably going to go back. And yeah, but I'm just so glad that I've got everything sort of worked out. I may still need to mount the switch and everything, but I'm just glad that I'm getting the proper, complete full charge, and hopefully I see those magical words float charge on the charge controller. But there's nothing quite like having a charge controller with a screen on it to tell you what the fuck is going on. I mean, that's just that in itself is a blessing, even if it's not a great size. Well, I mean, that's actually 20 ampere, I think, so that's actually is quite a big one. But well, in terms of putting a lousy, what have I got, like 4 watts on the 4 amps on the damn thing or something. But anyway, these are sort of given a higher voltage and a lower amperage. But of course, like everything, when it goes under load, the volts drop a bit. But I'm so damn glad that I got that blasted thing sorted, because any large amount of charge needs to be dealt with. You know, it doesn't matter about the blasted sun. I can give it a basic charge, maybe not a final last 5% top up, but a basic charge with that little relay and the switch there, which I've still got to mount on this probably somewhere above the bin. I'm actually thinking of mounting the other side here so it doesn't touch the bin. But anyway, we'll get to that when we get to that, and I've still got to fix that back leg, make a new back leg, which I have the stuff for that, and that'll be happening before too long. And yeah,